Hello, teachers, live here and on Instagram, okay? And on Instagram, teacher.mentoring. How are you doing, everyone? Okay, we're going to be here as well, here and here. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that awesome, teachers? Let me know. So the idea today is that you send me your questions, okay? That you send me your questions so I know what you want to know. I know what's been going on. I know what you've been doing, okay? Let me see. 11 o'clock. Let's start on Instagram as well. Live in two places. Good morning. Hello, teachers. How are you doing? Welcome to this Q&A live session. This session where you send me all your questions, where you tell me everything that's going on, all the questions you have. Hi, Vanya. Hi, Eli. Hello, everybody. Oops, sorry, YouTubers. How are you doing, guys? Let me know. Let me just change the camera here a little bit. Yes, so you can see me better, right? Hello, Guto. So, teachers, this session, you know how Mondays are. Mondays because it's the beginning of the week for us. It's the beginning of everything that we're going to get done. And I want you to tell me everything that's going on. This session is all for you, all for you. So you send me your questions, send them here, okay, to this question mark you have here. If you are on YouTube, you can send it on the chat, or you can go to Instagram. It's up to you. Hello, Gabriel, Elisa, Tanya. And also take this time here to use this paper airplane you have next to the question mark and send it to other teachers as well. Are you on vacation, teachers? Mm-hmm. Are you on vacations already? No more classes or still working? Let me know. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what's going on. I have some things to talk to you here. I always have things to say, right? I keep talking to teachers. Hey, Guto, that's nice. That's nice. Are you going to be with Pro? I saw that somebody finished their registration today, right? So that's great. Leonardo, Elisa, Roberta, good morning. Elisa's on holiday, is on vacation. Leonardo not yet. Vanna's still working. Hello, Maria. Let me know, guys, because I know that this time of the year is such a pain for many teachers. Such a pain for many teachers. Many teachers don't know. They don't know what to do when December, January comes, especially if you have private students, right? Because it's the time when probably your students are going to go on vacation, and then you didn't plan how these days were going to work, how your payment was going to be, and then you still have that mindset of working for a school, and you're like, okay, am I going to get my salary? Hmm. And then when I hear that word from teachers that become entrepreneurs, that become business people, that open their own school online, right? They start having their own students, but they still have the mentality of a salary. Like someone will come and send you some money on the 5th. And that's not how it happens. That's not how it works when you are your own boss, right? Eita, oxi, vixe. And how do you do it, guys? We can talk about it today. Let me know if it's relevant for you. I think it is because in our groups, many teachers were asking about it. They're like, oh my God, now my students are not going to study in December. They're only going to come back in January. How should I charge them? Should I charge them or not? That question is a very good one. Let me know if it's the kind of question you would like to discuss here today, or if you have other things that are going on, just send the questions here to the question mark, okay? Diego, hello, Elielson, good morning. Hi, Gus. Nice teachers. Let me know. Somebody said totally. Somebody already said that this topic is relevant. right? How do you do it when you work for yourself, when you are your own boss? And then these months where maybe some students will really be on vacation and they don't want to have classes now. They want to just study this week and then they're going to stop and be back after the second week of January. How should you do it? How do you pay your bills in the beginning of January? Because everything keeps on arriving, right? You still keep getting the bills to pay. Let me talk about this one because I think it's something that has to change first in your minds for yourselves, right? It has to change for the way you organize your business, okay? Let's take some steps back. So you think about how to organize it from now on, okay? What was done before? Maybe there's something we can do, but let me start with the correct scenario here. The best thing you can do, right? And not just for this one, but for everything you plan, because now you are a business, right? And good to say, mainly when students are younger, yeah, maybe their parents want them to have some time off, right? They're like, no, they're not going to have classes now. They're only going to be back on that day. Fine. So first, if you are your own boss, the possibility is creating promotions for the low season. Okay, that is okay. Let's divide this answer here, Dream Up Idiomas, into two parts. Okay, first, when you are your own boss, when you have your own business, you cannot plan, financially speaking, you cannot plan just to cover your bills, right? So, for example, you need 3,000 reais to pay for your basic expenses. I don't know, maybe your rent or electricity or food, just an example, 5, 3, I don't know what your reality is like. But all the money you make every month just covers your bills, right? So you plan, you're like, okay, this is how much I charge, right? So I have the money to pay for all my bills. I'm relieved that I've been making ends meet and everything's fine in the end of every month. But if something happens, if you get sick, if your students give up for some reason that doesn't concern you, if there is a pandemic, nossa, if something happens, then the next month, if you live like paycheck to paycheck, then you have a problem, right? So you should always plan to have a savings account, right, for your security. I don't like to call it emergency savings. I like to call it security savings. And I learned that with my coach, right? No more pandemic, please. Now we learn that we can expect anything and we cannot depend on these things anymore, right? My finances coach, my friend, and who's also in a masterclass for BTE, she taught us that we should have uma reserva de segurança, not reserva de emergência. So using these words, and I really believe in the power of words, right? If you have savings for emergencies, you're kind of attracting emergencies, and it's not an emergency, guys. When a student leaves or a student, I don't know, loses their job and they're not going to be able to pay for you anymore, it's not an emergency. You should have your own, you should build your own security. When you work for yourself, you have to think, okay, I need 5 grand, for example, for my expenses, for my life here, and I need to make some more, at least 10% in this calculation, 5,000, and you should save 500 for your savings, for your security savings. And that's like, how much should this amount be? At least for 6 months or a year, right? Before the pandemic, specialists would say 6 months. After the pandemic, they said a year. So if you need 5,000 reais, right, per month to pay for your basic expenses, right, to pay your bills, then in a year, you would need how much? 60,000. So you should have 60,000 saved, invested in one of the investments that you can withdraw at any time. You should have 60,000 saved so that if the worst thing happens to you, you have 1 year 1 year like free to like, okay, if I get sick, if something happens, I don't have to worry for an entire year. This is the best case scenario. This is the right thing. And let me tell you something, it's not impossible and it's not hard to get. You have to plan and get there, right? So guys, the kind of investment, the funds, they're not good because you cannot withdraw the money right away, okay? So it should be something else like a CDB or Tesouro Selic, something like this. I don't remember the names exactly, but it has to be something that will allow you to get the money right away. Not savings, not poupança, right? But some other that is a little bit more than the poupança, than the normal savings, but that you have your money there, and whenever you need it, you can withdraw it, okay? So think of, and that requires what, guys? Planning. You know that if you're here, if you are my mentoree, if you've been to any of our courses, if you took the Step Up Challenge or something, one of the words I love the most is planning. When you plan, things happen. When you plan, you set a date, you say you establish the goal you want to have to achieve in your life. And goals not just for your job, but for finances too. These things happen, right? Hello, Tabi Lucas. Hello, Eliana. Hello, good morning. So, guys, I'm not going to tell you here the kind of investment. Okay, there's even a live saved with Rosana Rocco that she talks about it. All right, and very easily with Natalia Arcuri, with any specialist, you can find the answer for that one. But the idea is that you have savings for that. For December, let's say that in December, 3 or 4, half of your students decided they're not going to study anymore. I'm still not talking about the kind of deal and contract you had with your students, okay? But then you're not worried. This is how you find stability when you work for yourself, when you are your own boss, right? This is how you can work and you're not desperate because next month is coming and you are not sure you're going to have money to pay for your, I don't know, car insurance or for your health plan. Okay, so these things have to be there, saved, and the thing is, then you sleep well, right? Then you really sleep well and then you don't worry about it and then it's not an issue for you anymore. All right? This is something that you have to plan. And the right time to start is now. All right? The right time to start is now. Camila, but I don't have 500 to save every month. But do you have 100 to save every month? Do you have 50 reais? Do you have 200 reais? Start saving whatever you can, right? But make it a habit. Make it a job. You have to do it every month and you're not going to use it. These savings are there and you're not going to use them only when something happens, all right? Because you plan to do it. So my first suggestion for that is for you to start doing it right now. Oh my goodness, I got many students now in November, so there were 300 reais left or 1,000 reais left. Okay, just examples. Transfer these to your savings, to these savings that you're going to use for whenever any other thing happens. Okay, hi Luis. So this is the one thing you can do for these months, and not just these months, but let's say something else like happens next year, right? And suddenly we have another pandemic or something like that. You're fine because you have your savings. Okay, that doesn't depend on any kind of contract you had with your students. That doesn't depend on anybody else, but your own planning, your pricing your students, your own decisions regarding your business. Okay, I will always start with something that really depends only on you. And that is something that everyone here can do. Everyone here can do, right? And I know that sometimes we spend more, sometimes we spend less. There are months when things happen, like now in November, my dog got sick. I had to pay a lot of money for her treatment, but I got money from my security savings. Because spending a lot of money on a dog treatment is not part of my basic expenses. The vet and the pet shop are, but all her treatment, all the blood tests and everything, they're not. It was not something that happened with BTE, with Upgrade, with Pro, with my business, but something in my personal life that affected my finances. But I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to talk to the vet and say, oh, but does she really need this test here? Is this exam really necessary? Is this x-ray? Is this ultrasound, whatever? No, it's just like, do whatever you have to do. She has to be fine, because I knew I had money saved, right, for whatever happened. And that didn't do anything with my basic expenses. And you know, guys, that these things happen. We never know when these things are going to happen. But now in December, for example, so far, right, I've been spending much less in food. I don't know why, but somehow like this first 10, 15 days have been great. I've been spending much less than my regular budget. So I hope this is going to even out. But every month I'm saving for these security savings that I have. And this is how you have stability working for yourself. Okay. Second thing you can do, and it's like very connected to the first one, but once you establish how you're going to work, once you establish how your classes are going to be, and if you are with BTE already, right, always save for the rainy days, and that's it, Leon, that's it. So you can keep on working well. You know, can you imagine, guys, if I had that dark cloud here, I wouldn't be delivering, you know, my classes, my sessions, my videos, my content to you so well, because I would always be stressed. Okay. The second thing you can do, guys, is to plan better. And of course, planning means beforehand. I even think it's unnecessary to say like plan beforehand. You cannot plan after, right? And since we are in the beginning of a new year, it's the best time for you to do that with the students you already have, or with the new students you're going to get. Plan how your classes are going to be and how the payments are going to be. And guys, it's 100% up to you, right? There's no law or rule that says you have to charge weekly or monthly or every semester, or they have to pay with boletos. It's all up to you, and you should know and think of what's best for you. So, okay, for my reality, I prefer to be paid this way. Or force, kind of, you know, like guide and force people to choose that form of payment that you believe is best. Something that is really good, and you have to think of the interest maybe, you know, and the taxes you pay, but offering people to pay with a credit card. You can use PagSeguro, PayPal. You can use all of these. I really like PagSeguro. But when you have a deal with your students, instead of being paid monthly, like say now every last day of the month you're going to pay me, you can say, look, we have this deal here. You're going to pay for the whole semester. You're going to pay in 6 installments, but you're going to pay with your credit card. You know what happens when they pay with their credit cards? You get all the money in advance. That is the beauty, right, of using credit cards. Yes, they do get a percentage, and this percentage can be very big, so you have to think of the price, right? But your students are going to pay in 6 installments, because that's what the credit card is for. They're going to pay in 6 months, but you get the total amount in advance, right? What can you do with this money in advance? Invest. You can, even if you're going to make very little with CDB and Tesouro, no, now Tesouro is very little because of Taxa Selic and everything. It's okay. You have the money with you, and the deal is you got this special price for your student, right? You got this special price because you chose this payment option. You can say they get a discount or something, but you got the money in advance. And the deal is that you're not going to return that amount. They can transfer that to another person, or they can stop and go back later. That's all optional. You have to think of what works for you. It doesn't have to be 6 months. It can be 3 months, every 3 months, every 4 months. It's all something you have to plan. I've already decided how I'm going to charge my students, and that's it, guys. And it's all a decision in a test. If you prefer to have your students paying with a boleto or bank transfer every month, then you run the risk of them not paying when these months happen, you know. Not if they're still having classes with you, you know, it's very easy to handle them, because if they don't pay, you don't send them the Zoom link, right? right? I know it may sound rude, but really, right? You have some flexibility, but if they don't pay for a month and you don't have a conversation and a deal with them, you just say, Fulano, whenever you pay me, then we resume classes, right? So you have to learn. And as a business person, as a person who's here, and I understand that everyone who's following me here on YouTube and on Instagram, anyone who decided to join this universe here wants to be a business person, wants to develop their own classes, right? Their own courses and make their own money. So you have to develop a business mindset. And it's not like, oh, I'll trust people. Guys, there's no such thing as, okay, as I trust people, right? Of course we do, but there is a limit to that, right? Agendamento de boleto, agendamento de pagamento doesn't confirm anything. The person can cancel that. Okay, so everyone who pays you in advance should have some kind of benefit. Everyone who pays you cash, like a bank transfer, you can have a deal, for example, saying you are going to pay for 6 months in advance through a bank transfer, meaning you're not going to have any discounts because of a credit card or boletos or anything. This person deserves some advantages, some benefits too. Let me share something with you guys. I'm about to buy a new computer now, desktop computer, and I called this store here in Curitiba, and they gave me the estimate. I said, okay, so this computer that you want is this amount, and you can pay in 12 installments, and this is the amount you can pay with a debit card. I said, okay, I want to pay cash. I want to pay with a bank transfer, or I can withdraw the money and pay you cash. Guys, I am a business person. I know how these things work. I know that it's the best option for them, right? I know that they're not gonna lose anything in this transaction, right? Because if I pay with a credit card installments, they're going to have discounts and they're not going to get the whole amount. Okay? If I pay with a debit card, they're going to have a smaller discount, but they're still going to have a discount. If I transfer the money, they get exactly what I paid them. So I know that. So I can bargain, right? And because I saved money all year long, and because I am very good with my money this time, right? I said, look, I want to pay cash. What can you do for me? And guys, I know how much cards get. So it's from 4 to 7%. So I said, I want at least a discount for the credit card that we're not going to use. At least that. At least that. And I know that they pay even more to get the money in advance, that they will get a bigger discount or get the money just in a month. So we can deal with people. But when you are on the other side of the counter, you should offer these benefits to your students as well. Look, if you have the money, let's say a semester with you is 2,000 reais. Okay, just an example. If they pay you in advance, you give them a 10% discount. They pay you 1,800. If they have the money, why not? Right? Offer them benefits to pay you in advance. Right? So why all of that? Because then you have the money with you. You don't have to worry if they're going to pay you or not. And when December or January comes, you can say, you can even have in your deal saying, guys, we can reschedule classes. We can change up to 15 days in the end of the year. This is how things can be. And then you deal with your students. If you have a group, you can just record the classes and say, guys, we're going to finish on this day. This is going to be the last week. We're going to stop for 2 weeks and resume on that day. If somebody misses a class this week or in the beginning, they can watch the recording. So it's all about planning. Hello, Daniela. It's all about planning. And planning according to what is best for you and what makes sense to your clients. It can't be the same price for them to study one-on-one and then in a group, to pay you in advance or pay you in installments. Or say, não, cada mês eu vou pagando. What guarantee do you have? Guys, and it's that thing, like that people say, antes do casamento é tudo lindo. And then after that, people change their minds, they get sick, things happen, and then what are you going to do if you don't have any kind of deal? And it doesn't have to be a contract. It can be a conversation and email where you wrote everything down and they said, okay, I agree. And then you have to bank whatever option you agreed to have with your student. Okay? You're totally right. Using the perfect marketing plan to keep students motivated, why not, right? It's a bad idea that my niche is only 101. It's not, but there is a limitation. There's a big limitation for you, right? I think it's a wonderful niche. And if you're a specialist and if you really like it, go for it. But there is a limitation of time. You know what your ceiling is. So, yes and no. Okay? Let me see. When is the next training that involves digital marketing? Christian, when you join BTE, when you join our mentoring program, that is BTE Best Teacher Ever, is our 6-month mentoring program for you to develop your business. Okay, guys, BTE money. Think like this, please. Okay, BTE to help you sell your classes, advertise yourself, structure your business. All of this planning, all of this money and charging is part of BTE. Okay. When you buy BTE, you get a bonus that is a course from my partner, right? Paulo Ponchio is my partner. He's a specialist in digital marketing. He has an entire course for digital marketing that he sells for 997 reais for 1 year. When you join BTE, because he is my partner, he offers this course for 1 real. Why? Because we know that when a teacher goes through BTE, the last step to grow, right? And the next step after they do the whole structure is to grow in the digital marketing, to grow online. So you need the tools, right? So you get, but only when you join BTE, unless you want to buy the course from him and it's 997 reais, go to Paulo Ponchio, right? And then you can buy it there. But if you join BTE, you get it for 1 real. 1 real. All right. So it's an entire course that goes step by step for you to learn how to use Facebook ads, how to choose the audiences, and how to choose how much money you're going to put like here and there for your sponsored posts and videos and campaigns. Okay, it's one of the steps of BTE. But first, you have to be very good at teaching 101 and then teaching groups. You have to build your audience, choose your niche, establish yourself as someone that people know, and then you go to like your online things. If you start like cutting parts, what's probably going to happen is you're going to start investing money and you're not going to see it back. You have to build your own authority first. You have to have this structure. You have to have your full schedule full of students, full of groups, and then you go online, because then you're not selling your time anymore. You're selling your knowledge. You're selling something that you tested many times with one-on-one students, with groups, that you can record, package that, and then you create an online course. That is the structure. All right? And I know that many people go and buy these courses and they're like, vou ganhar dinheiro dormindo. You know when you ganha dinheiro dormindo? When you already worked so much that you're just like, you know what? I'm tired of teaching this in this way all the time. Like, I wish I could record it and people could just watch it. That's when you create your online course. You have to be an authority. You have to be someone. Otherwise, you're just one more advertising. Okay? We grow much faster with an intelligent marketing strategy. Fê, and it's perfect comment here, because there are strategies. Hello, Luis. There are strategies. There is a methodology for you to use, right? If you just freestyle there, you're probably going to just throw money away. All right? Estou tentando fechar minha primeira turma, mas as pessoas se interessam mais por aulas individuais. Como posso aumentar o interesse pelos grupos? Só oferece grupo, Fernanda. Ou sobra o preço pra caramba da aula particular. Olha, a aula particular é 180 horas, o grupo é 250 por mês. Joga a pessoa lá para onde você quer que ela vá. Aumenta muito o seu preço da aula particular. Daí vale a pena. Ok? Let me see. Could I change my bio to Especialista em Inglês even if I'm not graduated in English? Aline, you can if you are really a specialist in English. Okay? And a specialist doesn't mean you have a certificate on anything. Actually, certificates mean very little. They're very good. There are many amazing courses, guys. I think the more we invest, the more we learn, the better. But, I took languages. Grande bosta. You know, I took languages too, and in my class, there were like 50 something students, and there were like 3 that knew how to speak English. So, right? How do you know if you are a specialist? If you know the language well, if you master English, if your English is really excellent, C1, C2 at least, then you're a specialist. If you know how people learn, if you know exactly how people can study, if you know everything about learning styles, multiple intelligences, language acquisition, if you know how to create your own classes, how to work with each person, then you're a specialist. Otherwise, you're just an English lover, right? Your students probably are not English specialists. You are a specialist when you know more than the average. And the average, thinking of your best student, of an advanced student is not a specialist because he cannot teach, right? So in my opinion, Aline, you can at any time you want, as long as you really are a specialist. If you are a person who doesn't know how to plan a class, who doesn't know like how to choose materials, how to develop your own things, how to assess students, how to make a difference, how to really help people learn, and if your English is not excellent, if your English is not really outstanding, if you don't know like subtleties of the language, then you're not a specialist. Then you're not a specialist. You like English, you study English, you studied English a lot, right? You're probably fluent, okay? But if you're not a specialist, if you're not a person that people can look up to, if you're not someone that really knows the language and knows how to transfer that to other people and not just mechanically, just using books and methodologies from schools, then you're not a specialist. You have to be what you say you are, right? Because otherwise, we're going to just use that term and it's going to become something like they did with coaching. Now, whenever people hear the word coach, they're like, é bosta, é merda, é charlatão. Why? Because of Porta dos Fundos, because of all of this, like comedies that they started making. Why? Because there were many people that took a course in coaching, but they were not specialists. They didn't do anything. They didn't transform themselves and they wanted to transform other people. But then the good coaches, the real good ones, because of the bad ones. So if you are an English teacher, if you like the language, if you've been investing, if you see that, look, I know, I trust myself, I'm confident here, you are a specialist. High five. Write it down. Write that you're a mentor, write that you're a specialist. Say everything you are. But if you're not, keep investing, keep studying, keep improving, right? BT is here to help you. Upgrade is here to help you. Pro is here to help you. Show Up is here to help you. But please don't just put a name that is not true, right? And that is something that really we have to do. I don't know if it's hot or cold here, guys. You're hot and you're cold, yes and you're no, right? So please, right? If you are, awesome, do it right now. If you're not, keep working till you become one, okay? And if you need help, let us know. We're here to help you with that. How much is Show Up? Show Up is for Instagram, right? Yes, Show Up is our course of Instagram for teachers. Show Up is 797 reais, but it's not open now. Opa! Only if you join BT. Okay, we're going to release a new thing just for Show Up next year. But if you join BT, guys, by the way, when you join the mentoring program, you have discounts for all the other courses, right? For Pro, for Upgrade, for Show Up, okay, for this digital marketing course. Why? Because BT is our main thing to develop. Like my main thing is to make you become a teacher who makes a good living out of teaching English, right? Once you join that, then you have discounts for the other ones, okay? But Show Up is 797 reais. 12 months, you can pay up to 12 installments. Preço de banana, né? Okay? And guys, be in our groups on WhatsApp so you can be reminded of when we open groups, when we offer things, okay? Okay, so there was one more question that is the same, okay? Let me see. Guys, same questions. Come on, we still have a lot of time. Share your point of view on aula demonstrativa. I love this question. Oh, YouTubers, listen to me here. Listen up. I love answering this question. I love this one. Guys, first of all, if you've been offering trial classes, aula experimental, and it's working, fine, keep using that, okay? Let me tell you my point of view and how I think you can do it way better. Every time you offer a trial class, lá vai ela. Pois é, a Fernanda já ouviu isso 430 vezes, né, Fernanda? But one of the things we have to know as English specialists is people only learn when there's repetition. So I love saying that over and over again. When you offer a trial class, right? Aula experimental, aula demonstrativa, whatever you want to call it, okay? É um nome bonitinho, tô pedindo. Okay, it's time you're working and you're not making money. That for me would already destroy any chances of my offering trial classes. Okay? I'm working and I'm not making money. I'm not Mother Teresa. I do volunteer work. I give a lot of things for free. For example, now I'm answering questions for free. Guys, free mentoring session for you every Monday. I help dogs in my city. I do a lot of volunteer work, but I don't give trial classes, right? Why? Because my internet paused due to poor connection. Are we back? Eita, internet. Are we back here? Yes, yes, yes. Am I back? I think I am now. Okay. Guys, my main thing, my main product is my classes and my sessions, okay? This is my main thing. Thanks, Faye. Right? My main thing is that whenever I want to have new students, they have to know me and I have to know them. And that doesn't happen in just one day. That's why I post every day on Instagram. That's why you see me all the time. You see videos, you see lives, you see stories, you see reels, you see carousels, you get emails, right? You go to our YouTube. So you can get to know me well enough in the social media, right? Quem que é essa Camila aqui? Who's this Camila? Let me know if she's a good mentor, if she can be my mentor. I don't have to give you a free session for you to decide if you're going to be my mentoree or not. You can just go to my IGTV. There are hundreds of videos there, right? You can just see my posts. You can see all of my stories and say, gostei. I like her, right? I trust her. I see the results she's being giving to the teachers that join her course. I see other teachers, right, that are making more money. They triple their income. They have full schedules. So what do I have to prove? I don't have to prove anything. You already know my point of view. You already know how I am. You have people that voluntarily gave their testimonials about the services I offer. So when you get in touch with me, I'm going to tell you the price. I'm going to tell you, look, this is how it is, and this is how the price works. There's a whole strategy there, right? But when you get in touch with me and you understand that I am worth it, that I am the best person to help you, then it's just a deal of, okay, this is how I can work. What do you want? Do you fit my audience? Am I the best teacher for you? Cool. There's a whole structure in how to do this talk, right? And then we have the deal with the price. So it's a small conversation. It's not an entire hour. You don't have to plan a class to do it. And that class is going to be probably kind of awkward. It's not going to tell you much about the person. The person's not going to see much about you, right? Maybe on that day, if it's a group, it's something that was there that they didn't like, and they couldn't see any progress. So I'm totally against it. I don't do it. I don't think teachers should do it. Teachers that join BTE, they learn a much better way to close deals with students. If you watch the Step Up Challenge, it's there. It's there, guys. It was on day 3. If you are with BTE, it's season 4. What's the difference? With the Step Up Challenge, it was a summary of how to do it. If you are with BTE, and I know that many mentorees are here, watch the entire season 4, and you see all the templates, all the structure, how this conversation has to be, so that your chances of talking to people that matter, people that will become your clients and will really have a deal with you, skyrocket. So I learned and I tested a whole new way to talk to new students that is not giving trial classes. It's a much more involving and committing thing. It involves commitment, right? And establishing goals with your future student than to just, come to my class, let me teach whatever. Let me, like be this weird way, like, and it's something that a person say, que legal, obrigada, só que não. Like I said in the beginning, if you've been doing that and it works for you and you're happy with that, vai. Keep on doing that. I have a much better way to not do it and get the student. So you're not like wasting time in your schedule to do it, and then people will still ask for more information, and you still didn't talk about the money, and you still don't know what the person wants, and you still don't have the person's commitment to you and your course. And you know what happens, right? And then they leave, and then they say they're still not learning, and then they don't get the results they wanted because they didn't establish any goals. So that is my point of view about that. Okay? Let me see. Let me see the comments because I love this topic here. We never got a trial from a doctor. Luciana, great point, right? Eu queria uma consulta demonstrativa para ver se essa dermatologista é boa. Try that. Right? Quando vai abrir o upgrade? Teacher Isa, upgrade if you join BTE only now. Upgrade only next year, but if you join BTE now, then you can get upgrade with an even more beautiful discount. I hate trial lessons. I agree. Never ever to do this to anyone. Okay. I can have a volunteer student, but never give a trial. What do you mean volunteer student, Celeste? I don't understand volunteer student. Trial classes, in my opinion, is like my shopping window. If you do it well, and when you are with BT, you learn how to do it well, then you don't need that, okay? Why don't people ask doctors for trial appointments? Lu, go to a hair salon and say, eu queria corte demonstrativo. That doesn't happen. Why should teachers do it? It doesn't, for me, it doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. I really don't think that's, why do teachers need to work for free? Lo, good question. I don't like giving the first class for free. I don't like working for free. Dani, I think that there's not working for free. We do things, right, with a strategy. For example, this live here is free for you guys. It's not free for me. It's my time. It's 1 hour of my day that I could be having a session with someone. I could be recording something else. I could be studying. I could be working with my business. But I am investing my time for you. Why? Because everyone who's here is my target audience. You are the people I want to help. You are the people I want to be in my courses so I can transform your life. So it's an investment. So why would I, on top of doing this and Wednesday, and I do 2 free lives per week, guys, 2 free lives per week. If you open your schedule on these days, you can have me twice a week for 1 hour. Look at that. This is my free thing for you. It's not free for me. My entire team is working. I am here with you. So it's free for you, not for me, but it's an investment. So that's why we have to do lives. We have to learn how to use Instagram well. So we get to so many more people. Can you imagine if I were doing like a trial mentoring session now? I would be with one person. Now we have 39 people watching. So I'm using 1 hour to talk to 39 people instead of having one trial session for one person. You see the difference, guys. It's so clear for me. It wasn't clear before, right? It wasn't, but I had to learn. Why? Because we have to develop a business mindset. We cannot be teacher queridinha da escola anymore, because when you work for a school, if you do this or this, you get the same salary. But when you work for yourself, then you have to do the things that give you the most return. That's how you have to think, right? Thank you for your insights on not making excuses. That's it, Marcelo. That one was good, right? I'm always asked for free advice, and I ask them to schedule a meeting now. I've stopped working for free. Tabi Lucas, I agree with you, right? There are some answers and some tips you can do, but really, like when people ask for translations and things for that, well, that makes a lot of sense, right? Just something that happened just the other day, guys. It was 2 Saturdays ago. It was 4 or 5 p.m. on a Saturday, okay? Somebody got in touch to like with me because okay, we're running advertisements for the pro upgrade BTE, and some people, especially if they are students, they don't necessarily understand that what I do is for teachers and not for students. So I get many people, hundreds of people saying, quero estudar inglês com você, quero fazer aula com você. And what do? I send them to the teachers at BTE, right? This person got in touch and said, I need, can you help me? I wrote something, I wrote an essay or something, and I need to see if some words are correct. Mandou para mim, gente. Mandou para mim. Falei, oi, fulana, tudo bom? Sure, like, what do you need it for? I'm applying for this whatever, and I just need some corrections. I'm like, look, I am not working today, right? But if you talk to some of the teachers in my team, somebody will be able to help you with that. Then you can schedule a class or 1 hour where you can go through your essay, and somebody specialized in that will help you get this done, okay? Não, mas eu preciso isso para as 8 horas da noite. It was Saturday. It was around 5 p.m. She needed that for 8 o'clock. Okay? Were I to do that, I would charge her like 1,000 reais. Really? My Saturday, just like that, last minute. And I know that it's never just 2-3 words. So I said, look, I'm not sure teachers are working today. It's Saturday. But I'm going to send you some people here that are specialized in this thing that you do, right? And maybe somebody's not doing anything on this Saturday and they can help you. Não, mas eu não quero pagar. Eu falei, amiga, você tá me mandando um negócio que em 3 horas tem que estar pronto. É um serviço super especializado, de graça, acho que vai para o Google, né? Conta que o Google é de graça. Ou um amigo seu. Porque profissional mesmo, para te ajudar para ficar bem feito, vai ser bem difícil. E eu não vou te recomendar professor que ninguém da minha equipe vai fazer de graça para você. Really? Really? You know, so I told her, because when I send it, and the teachers who are with BTE, they already know. Okay, whenever we have students that want things, charge them at least something, at least 50 reais, if it's, because it's your work. If you don't value yourself, nobody's gonna value you. And this person, do you think that, but I'll do it for free, and then she's gonna love me, and she's gonna become my student? No, she's always gonna see you as a for free person, a person who's cheap, and that's not the image you want to build. All right, so that is something that has to be in your blood, and you don't say it with anger. It's not like it's just like fulano. That's not how I work. If other people work this way, vai pros outros. I don't work this way. I know what I can deliver. Remember the question about being a specialist? I know what I can deliver. I know the kind of job I offer. I know the kind of job my teachers from BTE offer. So I'm never going to recommend someone who invests a lot of time, money, and energy to do something for free. I can do something for free for my sister. She's my sister. And she would never call me at 5 p.m. to do something for 8 o'clock, because she knows better. So I can do it for my dad. I can do something for my husband. And that's, where we are there for our people, but not for clients, guys. And that's not being mean. It's just having the business mindset. And you have to develop that so that you can grow, so that you cannot be desperate about money anymore. Okay? I just wish I could join BTE. Stay in our groups on WhatsApp. Be in our waiting lists. We love giving you surprises, ok? Gente, vocês já me conhecem, eu não aquieto nunca, né? Aconteceu comigo mês passado, uma parente me perguntou se eu dou aulas de graça. De graça não, né, amor? De graça não. De graça a gente ajuda cachorro abandonado, de graça a gente ajuda criança de rua, a gente ajuda essas pessoas de graça, o resto não. Ok? Cami, can you repeat what you said about offering groups when students insist on one-on-one lessons? Of course, guys, and that's a very good question, by the way. That's something weird on YouTube here. Are you watching me, guys? Can you see me? Just give me an okay. All right, sorry. Just saw a message here on YouTube that it's been in maintenance. It's been going through maintenance. So when you plan to talk to your students, you know that you have people that can afford different prices. And that's just life. Okay, guys, that's just life. Some people will be able to pay 100, some people will be able to pay 200, others will be able to pay 3, 4, 5, 1,000. It's okay, right? It's not up to you to judge. But I am worth all of that and the person doesn't pay. It's okay. What do you do to be able to offer more things to more people, right? If you choose to work one-on-one, and it's all optional, right? That should be your premium product. 1 hour with you, just you, your full attention to that person, your preparation of a whole, like a totally designed class, customized class to that person. That is awesome, guys. That's the creme de la creme. So you should put that price really high, right? Just as an example here, 1 hour, one-on-one classes with me, 150 reais, right? As much as your scale of prices is. And then a person says, mas é muito caro, it's too much. Then you're like, look, or you can be with a group. And again, why do you choose a niche? Meu Deus. Because you have a group that will probably fit that person. And maybe not just one group, but 2 groups. You can say, look, but you can join this group here that is, I don't know, 400 reais a month to be in a group of 4 people, of 6 people. So instead of paying, can you imagine, 150 times 8, that would be a lot per month for the person. But if you have a group that you charge 400 reais, 500 reais, much more interesting. So the person can tell you yes or yes. But you have to plan. You have to have these options planned beforehand so you can offer them to your students. And when you get to the point of having an online course where you have recorded classes, then you can charge even less because you don't have to be there. So you're like, look, I have my private classes, I have the group, and I have this online platform that is 200 reais a month. And you have one encounter per week with an online thing, live online thing where I talk to everybody. So you have options. You offer options to your clients, and your options should always guide the person to go where you want them to go. If you want them to go to the group, skyrocket the price for your private classes. So if they say yes, you're still making good money. And it's all strategy, it's all planning, guys. It's all planning. Okay? Thanks, Faye. If you are with BTE, you already know I even have a spreadsheet where I give you options. Guys, this is plan 1, this is plan B, this is plan 1B, okay. Plan 1, plan 2, plan A, plan B, plan C, for different prices. What is your price? If it's like this is how much you're going to charge per group. If your price is like that, if you are with BTE, that's season 2, the season about planning. I help you do that. And it's just a suggestion, but if you have no idea how to calculate that, the options are there, right there for you. Why? Because you have to know first and before everything how much money you want to make, right? And I see many teachers that tem muitas pessoas sem noção, Gabi. You know, instead of fighting and being angry at people that have no notion, right? Why don't you find options to offer things or say no, right? Nah, that's what I usually do. Plano plano B. No, right? Just not because of that, but plan A, plan B, plan C for your financial goals. What I see teachers doing many times is that they come up with a price. People are charging tanana in my city. And then you never think of how much money you need to make, how much money will make you excited to work, how much money will make you feel comfortable in the end of the month and in the end of the year. So that you're like, okay, I'm already charging this amount because in my city, and then you forget you're working online and your city makes no difference, right? And you don't calculate how much you need to work charging that much to make that a final amount that you want to make every month. So, so 5K. Okay, I want to make 5K. I have this number of hours that I can teach every week. How much should you charge? And then, guys, you're going to work to make that thing happen. Maybe you're not going to achieve that goal in the first month. Teachers with BTE, they most of the times do. In the first month after they join. Why? The ones that really follow the structure, they make it happen. The ones that try to skip things, then they cry, right? But you have to follow this structure so that you're working to that goal established for yourself. It's either the amount of money you want to make per month or the number of students you want to have. No, I need to have 10 students paying this amount. Okay, this is what you're going to do every day. You're going to work to get these 10 students paying this amount. Right? So we always start BTE setting people's goals. It's the first season. It's the first session we have. What do you want? And I don't know what you want. I know what I want. Okay? I know what my dreams are. But I'll help you make these dreams come true. Because I don't know if you want to have a house, I don't know if you want to travel, I don't know if you want to buy something for yourself, I don't know if you want to just save a lot of money and you can retire in 10 years. I don't know what your goal is. But I want you to have the tools to get there. And it's possible. And it's been possible for me, it's been possible for dozens of teachers that are following BTE with us. And it's not like algebra. It's not something super hard. It's not like chemistry. Chemistry is not so hard, right? It's not rocket science. There is a structure to be followed. There is a step-by-step sequence to help you get to your goal, to what you establish for yourself. O BTE está aberto? Qual o desconto de um membro do BTE ganha no Pro? No Pro, metade do preço. Nossa, mais. Pro é $19.97. With BTE, you pay $797. So it's what, like 60% discount? É um monte. Guys, BTE, if you are in the group, se você tá no grupo do WhatsApp, se você tá nas nossas listas de e-mail, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Porque a Camila não fica quieta e nunca se acalma. My team loves me and hates me, guys, because I always have ideas. So I can give you any spoilers, just be in the group. Okay? Just be in the group and you're going to get a surprise for BTE. All right, guys. All right, teachers. So that's it. My message for you today, and I'm glad that our questions went around this topic, is that for teachers to succeed and to have progress financially and in their classes, in their courses, in developing their careers, teachers have to learn and develop a business mindset. You have to understand how business works. And you have to understand that you are, from now on, once you decide, okay, you are going to be an independent teacher. You are going to be the best teacher ever. You have to learn certain things. You have to follow certain steps. You need a methodology. You need a method that has been tested 1 million times by me. And now I can't even count, right? We have how many teachers? More than 700 now in our courses. And they've been doing that and getting results. And let me be honest with you, many of them are getting much more than I thought they could. Many more. They're saying, oh, but I tried this thing here, and they got so much more. I'm like, caramba! Even I had limitations of what teachers could do. But you need the help. You need to find a structure. You need to stop wasting time. You need to stop trying things on your own. Why wasting time? If you had joined BTE in the first group in April, can you imagine where it would be now? How much more time are you going to wait till you start having the life you want as an English teacher? It's up to you. If you say, ah, não, Camila, eu quero passar mais um ano na merda, quero ficar mais um ano pobre, aí depois eu vou. It's up to you. You know, free will. Go for it. But if you want to start changing your life right now with help, with guidance, with support, with a structure, BTE is here for you. Right? Guys, here is, look, onde está o link para o Zap? Lá CP. I'm going to put it in the bio now because I removed it last week. We were using Pro. But send me a message if you need that. Send a message to Fernanda, to Ariel, to Nuara, right? To Maíra, anyone here in our team, okay? And you can start right now. You can start right now. So many teachers have been getting in touch with us to join BTE. We had closed registrations, but Camilinha here doesn't let her team be on vacation ever. Mentira, só até o fim dessa semana, depois a gente vai estar de férias. But my mission here, my point is to make your life be a rich life as an English teacher. Today, guys, I got an audio from a teacher saying, Camila, você não vai acreditar o que eu ouvi. Eu sempre falo que inglês muda a vida das pessoas, faz ganhar mais dinheiro, e o meu filho olhou para mim e falou assim, ué, mãe, como é que você fala que saber inglês ganha mais dinheiro e você vive quebrada aí devendo para os outros sem ter dinheiro? So this is the kind of person that needs to join BTE to change that game. And if that's your situation, if you've been struggling, if you've been trying to work online, if you've been trying to be an independent teacher, if you're tired of working for the school or institution you work for, and you want to have stability, if you want to build something, if you want to be free and independent, BTE is for you. It's been working for me. Watch all of the testimonials we have here. I don't have to say much after you watch all of these videos, okay? Stay in our group on Instagram, on WhatsApp, and I'm going to put the link there for you in our bio, or send me a message and I'll send it for you, okay? And you can get the Christmas surprise that we're preparing for you, okay? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, people on YouTube. Thank you, teachers. Let's make this an amazing week, right? And it all depends on you. It doesn't depend on anybody else. It depends on the choices you make, okay? Beijo. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, YouTubers.